So, you're thinking of moving to Jasper County, South Carolina, and you want a new construction home. Well, that's perfect because that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. We're going to look at all the new construction communities around Jasper County, South Carolina, and along the way, we're going to talk about some of the pros and the cons, and I'm also going to show you some of my favorite hotspots here in Jasper County. So don't go anywhere. Let's get started right now. Do you want to know everything there is to know about the South Carolina Lowcountry? Whether it's Bluffton, Beaufort, Hilton Head Island, or Jasper County? Then subscribe below and tap that bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know about the current market here in the South Carolina Lowcountry. My name is David Simcox, host of Lowcountry Lifestyles and a local realtor. I get calls and emails every day from people just like you and you and you and you looking to make their move here, and I absolutely love it. So whether you're making your move in 3 days, 3 months, or 3 years, give me a call, send me an email, shoot me a text, or book a Zoom call, all in the description below, so I can help you find your Lowcountry lifestyle. In today's video, we are going to Jasper County, South Carolina, the next door neighbor to Bluffton and Hilton Head. And we're going to be talking about new construction. And we're also going to be talking about some of the pros and the cons of living in Jasper County. And along the way, we'll look at some of my favorite hotspots. So don't go anywhere. We're going to jump inside my computer and we're going to talk all about Jasper County starting right now. So don't go anywhere. Let's get started. All right, so now we are inside my computer. And as I mentioned in the intro, we're going to be looking at all the new construction neighborhoods in Jasper County, South Carolina. And even we're going to take a quick peek at some future developments. And along the way, I'm going to talk to you about some of the pros and the cons of living in Jasper County. And I'm going to tell you about some of my favorite spots here in Jasper County, South Carolina. The reason I got started on this was the mayor of Margaritaville had sent out a PowerPoint presentation talking about all the development going on in Jasper County. And that kind of spurred me to want to make this video. And there is a ton going on here. Even though Jasper County is a rural county, it is one of the fastest growing areas in South Carolina, and it is expected to continue to absolutely boom with construction and development over the next 10 to 20 years. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this as we go. So these are all of the different tracts of land on this page and on this page of this PowerPoint presentation that the mayor sent out. And you can see over here all the different number of units that are planned to be built in these different developments, all these different land tracts. And I'm going to go into each one, and not every single one, but I'm going to go into the main ones and talk to you a little bit about those as we go. So I am going to start with Riverton Pointe. And so let's go over here to the multiple listing service. And this is Riverton Pointe. And these are all the past sales in Riverton Pointe. And I actually made a video just specifically about this neighborhood. So if you want, you can go back and you can check that out. But Riverton Pointe is a luxury neighborhood. It's a private golf club. Let me pop over to the website here. So this is Riverton Pointe. This is a project that's being developed by Toll Brothers, and they are supposed to have a total of 1,137 units in this community. And these are luxury homes. So they're priced anywhere from 600 up to about 900, mid 900s or high 900s. And they are still production homes, so they're not custom, but I would say they're kind of semi-custom because you go in, you can modify the floor plans a little bit. You can do all your design selections, and you really can customize it quite a bit, but it's not fully custom. And it is a private golf course, and the golf course is absolutely gorgeous out there. I've golfed out there. And you can either choose to join the golf club or you can just live in the neighborhood. and not join the golf club. So it is 100% up to you whether you want to join the golf club or not. And the golf club memberships are really, really reasonably priced when you compare it to some of the other ones, like just over in Bluffton, like Belfair, Berkeley, Colleton. So anyway, definitely check that out. I'm not going to go into all the pricing on the golf membership. So if you want, you can go watch my video on Riverton Pointe and you can get more information on that. But you can see they've got this gorgeous resort style pool out here overlooking the golf course. They've got pickleball, they've got tennis, they've got great workout facilities. They've got a bar and grill at the golf course right now. They are building a full-on clubhouse, which will have formal dining. And so again, this is one that I would definitely encourage you to take a look at if you are looking for a luxury home that is also reasonably priced. So anyway, let's move on to our first set of pros and cons. So pro number one, I think Jasper County has some absolutely natural beauty. They have rivers, they have pine forests, they have all kinds of birds and wildlife. And traditionally, Jasper County was set up as a lot of like hunting lands and hunting tracts of land. So people would come up from Florida and different parts of the country, and they would go deer hunting here, and they would go duck hunting. And there's these big, what they call plantations, but they're really just big tracts of land that people join different hunt clubs. And so tons and tons of absolutely beautiful scenery and natural beauty and wildlife. So that's one of the things I love, absolutely love about Jasper County. And then that takes us on to con number one. So the first negative about living in Jasper County is it does have higher taxes than the nearby counties. So a lot of people are usually moving here and they're either going to choose Beaufort County or they're going to choose Jasper County. And Jasper County, the taxes are a little bit higher. So a good way of estimating the taxes is it's about, if it's your primary home, full-time home, it's going to be about 1% of the purchase price is your annual taxes. And if you were in Beaufort County, it would be about 0.5% of the purchase price is your annual taxes. So again, you're paying almost double in taxes. But if you're coming from places like New York, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, California, Massachusetts, even if it's 1% of the purchase price, it's still a lot less than what you're used to paying. So, you know, that could be a negative or it could be a positive depending on where you're coming from. All right, so now we are going to move on to the next neighborhood. All right, so this next neighborhood is called the Retreat at East Argent. And I'm going to show you where it's at on the map here. So if I zoom out, everybody knows where Hilton Head Island is, right? That's a big tourist destination. And if you come across the bridge, you come into Bluffton, all of this is Bluffton. And then as soon as you start going down Highway 170, you are basically coming into Jasper County area. And so right here is this new development, and this is called the East Argent Tract. So if I go back to the map that the mayor gave us, where is that? All right, so this is the kind of the planning that the government's doing. So this right here is Highway 170 coming down here where you see the orange dotted lines. And this is a road that right now it doesn't go all the way through here, but this whole section of land out here is called the East Argent Tract of Land. And so there's going to be a bunch of different developers that are all going to be building neighborhoods over in this area. And we'll talk about a couple of those as we go. But this one you see that says the Retreat is right here. And if I go back over here, you can see where it's at on this map. And it's kind of across from, there's a neighborhood called Oldfield, which is a super high-end private gated golf community. And that's actually a Beaufort County community. So this road right here is the dividing line. And there's going to be a like 40,000 square foot YMCA right here.
They're also going to be building a Publix and some other shopping things right in here. And there's going to be all kinds of neighborhoods off this road. And this road is going to continue on through here and end up over here by Riverton Pointe, which we talked about. The road doesn't exist right now. But anyway, this is a D.R. Horton community. And they are going to be building about 630 units total. And let me go over to the D.R. Horton website so you can kind of get a feel for this. And this is called the Retreat at East Argent. And I believe most of their pricing right now is in the 300s. They might have some that are bumping up into the low 400s. So it is a really great opportunity for people that maybe are priced out of Bluffton and they want to come just a couple miles away and they're over in Jasper County. And this allows them to get a brand new home for a lot less money than if you were going into Bluffton. And they have some amazing amenities. So you can see here, they've got a playground, they've got a pool, they've got a fire pit, all kinds of walkways, they've got a fitness room. And if I scroll down here, you can see some of the floor plans. And let's see if we have a view of the swimming pool here, because there you go. That's the rendering of the pool. They're still working on the pool, but it is going to be a resort style pool. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. And again, if that's a community that you want more information on, I think right now they are basically in between phases. So they're not selling at this exact moment. They're about to open up the next phase. But if you're watching this, 3 months, 6 months, a year or 2 years from now, then that is irrelevant. They should be selling at that time, and the prices will be probably a little bit different. But again, reach out to me. I have a great relationship with the sales reps over there. It doesn't cost you anything to have representation from a buyer's agent, and they won't sell you the house for anything less. It just is an extra person sitting on your side of the table helping you negotiate and represent your needs to the best interest. So again, that is the Retreat at East Argent. So now I am going to go to Hotspot number 1. So this is a place that I like to go, and it is the Savannah River. So if we look right here, we'll go to Wikipedia so you can see the Savannah River is right here, and it goes right on the border in between South Carolina and Georgia. It separates the two. And I just think the Savannah River is absolutely gorgeous. So if I go to images here, it's right on the border. You can jump on a boat ramp right over in Hardyville, and you can go up the Savannah River. It has some absolutely beautiful scenery. And you can take it right down into downtown Savannah if you want to. I go on fishing trips every year with a group of guys, and we fish and we camp on the banks of the Savannah River, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's very scenic, but then you can also take it, right down into downtown Savannah. So anyway, that is one of my favorite spots right on the border of Jasper County. All right, so let's go to our next neighborhood. All right, so this next neighborhood is called Hilton Head Lakes, and I'm actually talking specifically about one section of it because Hilton Head Lakes is a golf course community, and it has several builders that have built out there and several that are working out there. They pretty much have all completed their projects except for one, and that is Lennar. And so Lennar is building, let me show you where this is at actually, sorry. So again, we always start with Hilton Head because that's where people understand, they go there for vacation, big tourist destination. You come across the bridge and you are in Bluffton. And then as soon as you start coming down Highway 278, on this side of 278 is Jasper County. And right here, if you keep coming down 278 and you're almost to Highway 95, which goes all the way up to New York and all the way down to Florida, you have this Hilton Head Lakes area. And it is a golf course community, and there are several different builders that are back here. And we're gonna talk about Lennar. Lennar has 1,200 units that they will be selling. They are still in the fairly early stages of development. And so let's find the Lennar website. All right, so here's Hilton Head Lakes, and this is the Lennar website. And they are also, they're a great builder. They're one of the probably top 3 builders in the United States. And they have some beautiful homes that they're building out here. And they are also kind of in between phases right now. So they're getting ready to relaunch their next phase. So again, by the time you watch this video, they definitely could be available to start building. And again, you do not have to join the golf club. Right now, this is a public golf course. So it allows you to live in a golf club community or golf course community without having the high dues of a private club. And we know some of the golf clubs over in Bluffton, they can be, you know, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a year to live in those golf clubs. And this one, you don't necessarily have to pay those kinds of fees. Last I looked, they were selling homes in the 300s and 400s. They are vinyl siding homes, so they're not hardy plank, but they are absolutely beautiful homes, and they have some really great modern floor plans. And so that is definitely one to keep your eye on. I'll just kind of scroll down here so you can see just what some of these look like. And you can check out their website too if you want. Just again, I always encourage you, they've got great amenities out here. They've got the resort style pool, they're gonna have the tennis, the pickleball, they've got access to the golf, there's all kinds of lakes out here, there's a fitness center. And again, just I always recommend reaching out to either me or some other qualified buyer's agent representative if you're gonna do any kind of work with new construction. And I would do that before you reach out to those folks. So that you get representation on your side of the table. All right, so let's go back to pros and cons. So pro number 2 about living in Jasper County is it is a lower cost of living. So the cost per square foot is less, meaning you're going to get more bang for your buck by coming over into Jasper County. So people typically, again, are looking at either living in Beaufort County or living in Jasper County. And we did talk about the fact that the taxes are higher in Jasper County, but the home prices are much more affordable. And so if you're, you know, wanting to get a little bit more house for your money, then I definitely recommend at least checking out Jasper County to see how much more you can get for your money over there. All right, so that takes us to con number 2, and that is the schools. And so again, as a real estate agent, I'm not allowed to give my opinion of schools. I am only allowed to point the public to public websites and publicly available information. But here I went to greatschools.org, which is again a publicly available website. And I typed in Ridgeland, South Carolina. And as you can see, the schools here, Polaris Tech is rated a 3 out of 10. Ridgeland High School is rated a 2 out of 10. Ridgeland Elementary School is rated a 2 out of 10. And if I go over to Hardyville, okay, so Royal Oaks is rated a 4 out of 10. And then it goes back to Ridgeland Middle School, 4 out of 10. And Hardyville Elementary School, a 1 out of 10. Now, again, I don't know what the criteria is, how they rate these. I will say that I know plenty of people whose kids are at these schools and they're very happy with them. And the teachers are still amazing and your children can still receive a great education there. I don't know if this is based on test scores. I don't know what it's based on. So again, I'm not by any means saying you shouldn't send your kids to these schools. I just want you to make you aware of what the numbers say. And again, this is all publicly available information. You might want to do your own research to see, you know, why those numbers are the way they are, or maybe go in and talk to the principals and the administrators and see if they make you comfortable and see, you know, what your opinion is. And maybe, you know, if you already go to one of these schools and you're happy with it, maybe comment down below and tell us your opinion. So I will say that with the enormous amount of development and lots of additional tax dollars coming in from some of these active adult communities that don't necessarily have kids that will be in the system, spending money from the system, it's my own personal belief that within the next 5 to 10 years, that Jasper County schools are going to be top rated. And I personally believe they could overtake the Beaufort County schools, because there is so many active adult communities that will be feeding money into the system, but not necessarily using the school system. So again, that's just my opinion. I also want to point out that there are some really great private schools in Jasper County that, are very affordable. So if for some reason, this is not working for you and you want to still live in Jasper County, there's not a bunch, but there are several great private schools to check out. One that I'll just throw out there is Thomas Hayward Academy. Very affordable, and it is a college prep school, and I think they have 100% college acceptance rate. So again, that's K through 12. It's a great school. Maybe take a look at that one as well. All right, so the next neighborhood that we are going to take a look at is Sun City. And Sun City is, as you can see, it's enormous. It is one of the biggest communities in our area, and it is an active adult community. It is for folks that are only 55 and older, and it is actually split between Jasper County and Beaufort County. So if I go out on the map here and show you where this is at. So of course we've got Hilton Head Island is here. Come across the bridge, this is all Bluffton. And then when we get over here to Highway 70, on both sides of Highway 70, all these red dots are past sales over the past year. And everything on the north side of 278, this is all Jasper County. And the area that I'm speaking about in particular is the new section. And the new section of Sun City is called the East Argent section. So this is Argent Boulevard going right here, and they are actually building a bridge. It's going to be golf cart and walking only bridge, and it's going to go over Argent Boulevard. And this entire section of land here is going to be the new section of Sun City. And this is an old satellite image. Actually, all this land here is cleared out. And as you can see, it's like right across the street from Riverton Pointe, which we already talked about. But in Sun City, they're going to have about 1,400 additional units. And Sun City is amazing. You get so much bang for your buck. They have hundreds of millions of dollars worth of amenities. Let me find Sun City website here. Hundreds of millions of dollars worth of amenities, and anything from swimming pools to pickleball to racquetball to woodworking shops, dog parks. I've got an entire video on Sun City if you want to go and watch that, but it is an amazing lifestyle. And they have all their latest and greatest floor plans that they're putting out right now. And pricing, I would say, is going to be, like, it says starting at $385. I think by the time you choose your lot and do some upgrades, I think you're probably in the low 400s. And they have these different series, okay, based on size and square footage. And I would say they go all the way up to about the 900s. I think I've seen some that are priced out, in the mid 900s. So anywhere from the 400s to 900s. And it is an absolutely amazing active adult community. And again, I encourage you to go watch the couple of videos I made specifically about Sun City to get a better feel for that. All right, so let's go to our next hotspot, and that is the downtown historic Ridgeland area. So if you haven't been there, on the map, you'll see, let me zoom out here. All right, so we always do it this way, right? So we look, here's Hilton Head Island, which is the big resort island. You come across the bridge, this is all Bluffton. And then the little town of Ridgeland is kind of a bedroom community, and it was really built out in the 1940s and 1950s, and it was before I-95 came through. People would travel up and down from up north down to Florida on Highway 17. And if you've ever seen the movie Cars, it reminds me a lot of that, because it's a town that after 95 was built, Highway 17, it kind of became a little bit of a ghost town. So a lot of the shops and stores in downtown area kind of went dormant. And we're seeing a resurgence in the downtown area, and we're seeing all these new little cute shops and restaurants and boutiques and coffee shops and things starting to come up, and it's really starting to revitalize the downtown area. So again, I would encourage you to take a walk around there and go check out some of that, but that is one of my favorite little hot spots. I would say PJ's Coffee is definitely worth taking a look at. And it's a really cute little coffee shop, and Eats and Sweets is really a great little restaurant in downtown Ridgeland. Also, Filler's Seafood is a great little spot to check out in downtown Ridgeland. And they also have the Morris Center, which is a little historic. It's like an old gas station that they've turned into a history museum. All great places to check out right there in downtown historic Ridgeland. All right, so the next community, new neighborhood that we're going to talk about for new construction is Latitude, Margaritaville, Hilton Head. And even though it says Latitude, Margaritaville, Hilton Head, you can see it's clearly not in Hilton Head. It's Hilton Head Island is way over here, and you come across the bridge, you go through Bluffton, and Latitude, Margaritaville, Hilton Head is actually in Hardeeville. And it's right here off of 278. And it is another incredible active adult community. And they have some great amenities. So if you go in here, it's like a Jimmy Buffett theme, right? So all the houses are kind of that Florida style architecture with the pastel colors. And over here, they have this amazing amenity center, and it's got this resort style pool. And they have the band shell, which has live music going at least once a week, but they have live music going 7 days a week in different locations. A lot of times the music is being played down by the pool. They've got Latitude Bar and Chill, which is a great little restaurant right here overlooking the pool and bar. And then of course they have a great fitness center, an indoor pool. They've got pickleball, they've got tennis, they've got all kinds of great things. And I won't take you to their website because they're a little more particular about me putting pictures and sharing things with their intellectual property on my videos. So I'm just going to show you like kind of what's publicly available here. But I did make an entire video about Latitude Margaritaville, and I encourage you to go watch that. And that has like every little detail you could ever want to know about the houses, the prices, the floor plans, the amenities. But anyway, Latitude Margaritaville is going to have a total of 3,888 units. And again, you have to be at least 55 or 55 years or older to live in there. And there is a waiting list there. So if you're interested in buying, you want to contact me or another buyer's agent first, and then we will register you with them. We'll get all the information sent to you, and you actually have to put your name on a list, and then they'll call you if and when your floor plan is available and the lot that you want is available. And then you're looking at, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe a year to build. I would say in the past, it was taking a lot longer. People were waiting a couple of years to get in there from the time they put their name on the list. But I have spoken with the sales reps, and they've told me that the waiting list is much, much shorter now, and the build time is much faster. So you might not be waiting as long. Again, this one is super important. If you want to work with a buyer's agent like me or another agent, make sure that you contact the agent before you contact Latitude Margaritaville, because I don't really think they will, to the best of my knowledge, let you work with a buyer's agent once you have already like registered in their system. So just be aware of that. if you want representation buying in that community. So just food for thought there. All right, let's go to our next set of pros and cons to living in Jasper County. All right, so the next pro to living in Jasper County, again, all this right here with the red dots around it, that is Jasper County, South Carolina, and the two main towns are Ridgeland and Hardeeville. And the pro that I'm referring to is the proximity to some of the greatest hotspots, right? So it's a really great place to live if you want a short commute. So it's right here next to Bluffton, and it's also right here next to Savannah, and it's also very, very close to Beaufort, and it's very close to Parris Island, and it's also close to the air station, which is up in here. And it's also not too far away from Charleston. So if you are commuting, it's almost equal distance heading over to Beaufort or Bluffton or Savannah. So it's a great little bedroom community with, less than a 30-minute drive going to any one of those locations. So, for me as a real estate agent, it works out great. I actually live in Ridgeland, and I sell property all over this Beaufort area, Port Royal, out here in St. Helena, Bluffton, Hilton Head. And so for me, having to commute all around this entire region, it's like the perfect central location. So again, I think that location-wise, it is absolutely ideal. And then I would say the con number 3 is it does have limited job opportunities because Jasper County is considered a rural county. There are limited jobs, not a whole lot of industry, not a whole lot of, not a lot of jobs. And so most people that live in Ridgeland or in Hardeeville or anywhere in this kind of rural parts of Jasper County, I would say the majority of them do commute over to Beaufort or over to Bluffton or Hilton Head or Savannah. So if you're gonna live in Jasper County, just be prepared that there's a good chance to find a really good high-paying job. You're probably gonna have to commute about 30 minutes to get over to those areas. All right, so now we're going to talk about some of the smaller communities that don't have a whole lot of inventory, smaller projects, but I want to make you aware of as much as I can here in Jasper County. So the next one is called Twin Ponds, which you can't actually even see it on here. I don't see any of their houses on the MLS, but it's right here beside Riverton Pointe, which we talked about, and it's this piece of land right here, and it actually is currently being developed. It's being developed by I believe that one is by Mungo Homes, and so that one, again, I'll bring you more information later as that comes available, but let's see if Mungo has, so here you go, Twin Ponds, and it says starting in the mid 300s, and I think they are currently selling out there. They don't have a ton of home sites. I don't know exactly how many they're going to do. It is a smaller development, but here you can see anywhere from 381, 396. They've got some different floor plans for you to check out. So again, this is just another one to maybe take a look at if you want to be right over there by Riverton Pointe. Another one that you can look at is Hearthstone Lakes, and this one actually is pretty sizable, but they're almost built out. Hearthstone Lakes, and let's go with sold in the last 365 days. So there's been 85 properties sold, and this one is right here, kind of by Argent also. So we've looked at like Riverton Pointe, and we've looked at, this is like the whole new section of Sun City over here, and right here off of Argent Boulevard is Hearthstone Lakes. And there were a couple of different builders that were selling in there. Anyway, I think there's only about 10 or 15 homes left to be sold in here. So that's why I didn't want to really focus on this too much. but there will be some resales in here. So you can see anywhere in the 300s, 400s. I do see some that pop up into the 500s, but I think the vast majority of these are going to be in the 300s and 400s. And they are really beautiful homes. So definitely one to consider. They'll probably be sold out of new homes by the time you watch this video, but definitely keep an eye out there for resales. And then there's another one. Let's see if I can find it here. All right. So there's this one called Jamestown Estates, and this is a really small little project. It's kind of on the outskirts, so it's right near downtown Hardeeville. And so here's Hardeeville. Again, we've talked about this quite a bit. Here's Ridgeland, here's Hardeeville, and this is a little project that D.R. Horton is doing. And what they did is there was actually a pre-existing neighborhood that was in here, and there was a few homes that had been built, and then it kind of got stalled. And so D.R. Horton came in and bought the remainder of these lots, and they're selling some really great little affordable homes in here. As you can see, they've got them listed at 313, 312, 316, and they're really cute homes. So here's one that is listed at 316, and it's 1,500 square feet. And so you're getting a brand new home for the low 300s. So again, if that's something that interests you, give me a call. I have some great relationships with the sales reps over at D.R. Horton. I believe that is all of the smaller communities that I wanted to talk about. I do want to talk about some other kind of cool things about Jasper County, and that is let's see if I can find it here. So Jasper County is famous for its historic sites. It is very steeped in history, all the way back to the founding of our country, and definitely was a hotbed during the Civil War. But there are some really cool places to check out, and I actually made a video which was the top historic sites in Jasper County. So if you ever want to go check that out, you can. But there are churches all throughout Jasper County that date back to the 1700s. There are some old plantation houses here, like you see the Frampton House Museum. The Battle of Honey Hill is definitely a very famous battle that was fought in Jasper County. The Yuha Baptist Church is actually almost across from my house. It's really close. And again, it dates back to the 1750s. And there's just all kinds of really great historic sites in Jasper County. So if that kind of stuff interests you, I'd say go watch my video on that and check it out. And then, so then the last thing that I want to talk about before we kind of start wrapping things up is I want to talk about some kind of big opportunities that are coming soon. So again, I'm back here to sort of the future plan that the mayor sent over to me. And the big one that I'm kind of excited to see coming is this one that you see that says Hunt Club right here. And so this is going to be right over next, it's basically adjacent to the retreat at East Argent, which was the D.R. Horton project that we looked at. And this one is going to be developed by Farino. And they're going to have, I think, about 500 homes coming in there. Now, I don't think they're going to be starting until about 2025. So again, if you're watching this 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years from now, this could be right up your alley. So I don't know what the pricing is going to be. I imagine it's probably going to be, I don't know, I think they're going to do some bigger lots in there. So it might be a little bit more expensive than the retreat. But again, just keep an eye on that. Farino does build an absolutely beautiful home. They're a really great builder, and I'll be really curious to see what they do with that one when they do it. And then let's go ahead and talk about, we'll wrap up the video by talking about our last set of pros and cons. And so let's go back to Jasper County. All right, so the last pro to Jasper County is that it is less crowded than the surrounding areas. It is a rural county. And so if you like your space and you don't want to feel like you're necessarily right on top of your neighbor, and you kind of like that rural vibe, then Jasper County could be a really good fit. being less crowded also means less traffic, less congestion, and I think, like I said earlier, more nature and things like that. Now, the flip side of that is actually our last con, and that is that the fact that it is less crowded also means that it has less things to do. So less shopping, less dining, less activities, you know, so it's a little bit slower paced. So again, that could be a pro or that could be a con. So again, that kind of wraps up my session here, sharing my screen with you. I hope you learned a lot, or at least something, about Jasper County and about the new construction in Jasper County, and also about some of the pros and the cons and some of my favorite hotspots.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching the entire video. I hope you enjoyed learning about Jasper County, the new construction opportunities, the coming soon communities, and some of the pros, the cons, and the hotspots here in Jasper County. Again, if I can help you find your low country lifestyle, don't forget to give me a call, send me an email, shoot me a text, or book a Zoom call, all in the description below. And if you would like to find your own low country lifestyle, then be sure and like, subscribe, and tap that bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know every time a new video comes out. It's been an absolute pleasure spending time with you. I hope to meet you in person at some point, or at least I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day.